And another hard question for you.
Bring it.
So, like you mentioned marriage, how big of a problem pornography is in marriage. So, do you have any advice to like a wife whose husband watches pornography? Like, how does she get him to stop? How does she bring that up that it's a
Mm.
problem?
Yeah,
He's basically cheating on her.
No, like let's not say basically. She is being cheated
Yeah.
on. Let's not mince words. Pornography is adultery in marriage. Masturbation is adultery in marriage. It is, and it's why, because the full sense of that in that most intimate act and most intimate part of my life is reserved for my wife. It just is, right? And we are not animals. Okay, so in my to all wives out there, all women out there who have, maybe you're a girlfriend, your boyfriend's involved with this, or let's speak about especially wives, your husband's involved with this, right? My heart goes out to you. Okay, this is something we work with. Please send them our way, or pass them our website. We can't tell you the amount of ones we work with, but also the restoration of marriages. We get to see miracles happen all the time. It's beautiful. But in the midst of that shock value of discovering, oh my gosh, this stuff's going on, right? And I know something's wrong with this, right? Your senses, your sixth senses, ladies, God has given you the sixth sense to be aware of people a lot more than men. We're kind of clueless sometimes, but here, to be aware of what's going on and the sense kind of something's wrong here. Pornography is a problem. It cannot coexist in your marriage. Either your marriage is going to exist or pornography is going to exist, one or the other. So there needs to be something to say. So this is where some courage is going to come in. This is where, you're going to have to talk to some of your marriage-minded girlfriends. It's a key phrase, marriage-minded. There are some people who are going to say, just, cut your losses. No, marriage is for keeps, but there's work that's to be done. And I do recommend for all married couples, seek out counseling. I'm going through counseling with my wife. We're making major strides are happening. It's good. And even if you don't have major problems, tweak those things. It's good. So with this here, right, what I want to say is this has to come out of the open. You got to have that come to Jesus conversation. Hey, I know this stuff is going on. This is what's, and again, there's going to be some strong feelings around here. And you have every right to feel what you're feeling. Be where you're at, okay? But you got to present it well, right? And there's going to be a conversation. Hey, honey, I need to talk to you about something. I'm realizing these images are here. This is pornography. We need to have a conversation about this. There may be denial there. That sometimes is common, and I'm sorry to say that, right? So do not let this issue lie. Do not just sweep it under the rug. It's a really important thing here, right? Second is he has to take ownership for this, right? This is why what we say in Freedom Coaching, we don't work with clients who don't want to go to work. We want, like we get calls from wives or messages from wives or parents. My kid's involved with us, and I'll check, like, does he want to go to work? Does he want to be free from this? And sadly, some people are like, yeah, I'm doing just fine. Our marriage is fine. Fine means freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. Okay, you don't want to be fine. It's kind of close to nice, neurotic, insecure, crazy, and emotional. Don't be nice and don't be fine. Okay, those are terrible words, and they're not virtues. And Jesus was not a nice guy. Nice guys don't get nailed to trees. Okay. We have to call this out. So this is where the womanly courage of St. Joan of Arc is, or of Judith, right? We have to step up into this place and rise up here, have that conversation. Second is, as I alluded to, find other marriage-minded girlfriends, women who are going to support you in your marriage through this journey. And your job, even if your husband right now is being unfaithful to his marriage vows, you be faithful to your vows. Why? Because there's so much riding on this. For you, for your salvation, the salvation of your husband, the salvation of your children, and a witness to a world to say, even in the brokenness, even though we're struggling in our marriage right now, love is real. Marriage is worth it. There's a value here, and God is present here, even in the midst of this brokenness, right? Is it going to hurt? It is going to hurt, okay? But remember, my yoke is easy, my burden is light, okay? So there's going to have to be some things to work here. And then third is obviously, if they're willing to come to work, there's professional help that is needed here. This stuff doesn't just go away, right? It doesn't. I'm doing okay for a month or so. No, we want to transform that desire so we don't desire anymore. So that all of his life is oriented on the things that are most importantly on my wife, on my children, on my work that I'm doing, and our neighborhood and beyond that. Whatever God is calling us to do this, right? So. Yes, this stuff is inhibiting the genuine intimacy that you are due in marriage. This is the bigger marriage debt than just intercourse. we are meant to give all of ourselves. And yes, are there wives that are involved in this as well? Yes. So there's healing here to restore what is perceived here in relationship. But both parties are going to need to grow. There's going to be issues from both parties, but in no way, I want to make this very clear, in no way is his pornography use, ladies, your fault. Okay? You need to hear this clearly. Do not put the blame on you. It's not because you're not attractive enough or you're not skinny enough or not. No, it's a lie. Our Father in heaven sees you as his beautiful, beloved daughter. There's nothing can take that away. His sinfulness, yes, it is radically affecting you and your family, but he has to take ownership of that, right? So you as his helpmate, but it's more than helpmate. Isar Kenegdo, there's your $1.50 theological word from Eve, was the Isar Kenegdo of Adam, the savior. You're not the savior, you're not Jesus Christ, but to open up and say, there's this wound, there's this problem, we have to deal with it because it's a cancer and it's going to consume everything. And I'm drawing a line here saying this behavior is unacceptable and we're going to work to find an answer here. I believe in you. I love you. If you're willing to go to work on this, I'm going to be right there supporting you here. Not support the behavior, but support you and get you the healing that you need.